Hey guys, this week is Caleb's week, and he didn't send us a theme, because he forgot. Judgment face. But that's actually okay, because I wanted to ask you advice, and we have some of the most intelligent and sexiest subscribers on YouTube. Here's the situation. I've been friends with this girl since 4th grade. Her name is Tiffany, and she is friends with this girl named Elisa, who I'm also very good friends with, and have known for years and years. As of a couple years ago, Tiffany and I were best of friends, but we slowly have started to grow apart because she hangs out with some of the worst human beings I've ever met in my life. It all came to a head this past December because she called me fake, and I just went, something snapped, some synapse fired the wrong way, and I was like, bitch, have you lost your mind? And we got into this huge fight. I was yelling things like, you're either an idiot or an asshole, but I don't think you're an idiot, and it just went on and on and on. And the core of the issue that she said was that I'm sitting there talking all sorts of crap about these people, but then I go and hang out with them. The only times I hang out with them is when I'm with her because she ambushes me with it. She'll like invite me out to dinner, and then I'll show up and it'll be all these people that I just find atrocious. What am I supposed to do? Be like, hey fuckface, can you pass the breadsticks? Like, no, I'm gonna be civil with them. Tiffany is getting married. Her maid of honor is also one of my very good friends, and she sees the same thing. She thinks that Tiffany has started to change, and to quote a scholar from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, when you hang out with garbage you start to stink. And she also got into a relationship with this guy Steven, who I do like a lot, but he has some qualities about him where he's very naggy and kind of controlling and OCD, and just some qualities that I don't think are a good fit for her. And as of a couple of months ago, she kind of agreed with this assessment and wasn't sure whether, you know, she was going to break up with him or not, but then all of a sudden he proposed to her, and she's just been all about this wedding that she's having, and for years and years and years she's always said that she wanted me to be a part of it. And then I finally get a phone call and she's like, Greggles, so Steven and I wanted to ask you a question. And I was like, okay, what is it? And she said, do you want to be an usher at my wedding? I was like, oh, yeah, sure. And she was like, yeah, sure, as if I was supposed to be overjoyed about like being an usher. I don't really like touching people, and the thought of like me having to walk somebody's grandma down the aisle is just sort of uncomfortable for me, and she should know that because I barely even hug her. But so I wasn't like overjoyed by that, and in the way that she had presented it kind of made it sound like she was just trying to like squeeze me in somehow, like she felt obligated to involve me in this wedding. Last weekend I was hanging out with her on a pirate boat, which was a long story, and she asked me whether I was excited about the wedding, and she was asking me sort of like uncomfortable questions about whether I thought Steven would be a good husband, and I said, well, I like Steven. And she was like, oh yeah, okay, and we just sort of passed by that one pretty briefly, and I was like, oh, but I am excited about your wedding, and it was like, and it should be fun, and you know, I kind of wanted to bring Laura as my +1, who's another friend who Tiffany is not as good of friends with, but she knows her, she's hung out with her, she's been to her birthday parties and stuff like that, and Elisa's very good friends with her, and I thought, you know, that would be an issue. So then I got a text message this morning. Mind you, the pirate ship thing was on Friday. I get a text message this morning, and Tiffany said, oh, well, I was talking to Steven, and I'm not sure that you're gonna get a +1 because it's gonna be like $100 per guest, and we're trying to save money. So unless you're in a significant relationship, I'm not gonna give you a +1. Taking into consideration the fact that I'm not really getting along with her that well, that I don't really want to be in her wedding party, not only because I feel like she added me as an afterthought, but also because being in the wedding party also means that I have to hang out with all her awful friends who are in her wedding party, and it's not really like a wedding that I fully condone. I was thinking about possibly telling her that I don't want to be in her wedding anymore. Like, I don't want to be an usher, I don't want to hand out pamphlets, I just want to sit my ass down there and possibly tailgate in the church parking lot. So, I don't know. Do you think that makes me a bad person? I feel like it kind of makes me a bad person, and maybe I should, you know, sit and think about it. So, I don't know what to do. I mean, I feel like I would be happier for her if I didn't have to deal with extra fuss and have to spend money to stay at a hotel to hang out with people that I don't enjoy. So what are your thoughts on this situation? Let me know what you think.